Hey everyone, and welcome to the Initiative Order and the premiere episode of Just in Time: Dresden's Fate, a Dresden Files accelerated game with my amazing cast here. Kai could not make it tonight; they are traveling back from their vacation, so they will be with us for session two. But before we get into the session tonight, let everyone go around the table and introduce themselves, your pronouns, character pronouns, and your mantle. And we'll start with you, Alex.
I knew that was going to happen. It's the curse of the A name.
It's the
How dare
overlay.
you?
Blame Bree. It's her fault.
Oh, damn you, Bree. Yeah, I'm Alex, and I'm going to be Dogfoot. Both are he, him. And he's a little goblin from the Winter Court.
Awesome.
That is me.
Gus.
I'm Gus. I'm playing Vold, both he, him. I'm a were-dog monster hunter, so this will be fun.
Fun. Keith.
Hi, I'm Keith, he, him, and tonight I will be playing Alice McNeil, she, her, who is a reporter at the Midwestern Arcane.
Okay. And last but not least, Void.
Hi, I'm Void, they, them, and I'm playing Ari, who's she, they, and she's a fae. You couldn't tell. She won't be a problem at all for anybody.
No, it'll be fine. Completely fine. I trust the two Fate characters 100%.
Yeah, you definitely should.
And I am Pluto. My pronouns are they, them, and I will be playing everybody else. But before we get into the session and introduce our characters, we are going to play the wonderful intro video that Bree made for all of us.
Yay.
Ooh.
That video. Initiative Order. Hey everyone, welcome back. Before we get into our characters themselves, let's put up some music and give you a little intro here.
That's known as the GM mumble.
Yep, this is where I mumble a little bit to set the mood.
Ooh, I like this music, though.
Oh.
But our story takes place in, of course, Chicago. Pretty infamous town. If you actually know what's going on behind the scenes. Supernatural hotspot since Harry Dresden took residence there in the early 2000s and set up his wizard detective agency. Throughout the years, he's battled both red and white vampire courts. He's had run-in with the Fae, White Council popping in and out, rogue wizards. Pretty much any supernatural threat you can see just seems to somehow get attracted to Chicago, and Harry just seems to somehow get mixed up in it. But this story is not about Harry, at least not directly. The story is about 5 characters, 4 tonight, who get pulled into these stories in an unexpected way. So we'll start in late October in the year 2000. This was around the time when there was a lot of lichen activity going on in the city. And we zoom in on a warehouse known as one of the headquarters of the Street Wolf gang. A gang of not werewolves, but people who could go lichen mentality wise. They would go into a rage and become almost feral like, but remain in their human form. And in their warehouse, they have a group of actual wares there that they are trying to recruit. We cut across, you see a couple girls, couple guys, all kind of like, some looking kind of feral looking, some looking actually like from the business quarter of the city. You wouldn't expect to be a werewolf or a werecat or whatever were creature they are. And we cut to one person in particular. Gus, would you describe your character for me?
You see a rather muscular, bulky, uh, thick dude with black hair, and he's got sunglasses on, though he obviously doesn't need them where he's at right now. And maybe a well-trimmed beard. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the same tip as everyone else here. There's a job. They're trying to get more organized and trying to branch out and try to recruit some wares. But one of the leaders of this set comes in. She's a Latino man, about maybe like late 20s, early 30s. His name's Carlos. He enters the thing. There's a couple other biker-esque looking gang members like around the area. They pull down like the big like rotator doors down to close off the warehouse. You see him head over to like a table nearby you guys and sits down to address you. Thank you all for coming. As you heard, our game's trying to expand a little bit in the territory. There's some shit going down with other lichen groups, and Dresden's been sniffing at our door, and we just need some more security around here. And you guys are a little more well equipped than we are. We're willing to pay whatever, but your names came up in our search for were creatures, so would any of you be interested in joining?
To do what exactly?
Mostly, we just need muscle, detection, detail, honestly. If any wizards or lichens or any other supernatural threats come knocking at our door, we need someone to meet that threat. We're busy enough dealing with the cops and the FBI on our tail at the moment.
For how long?
At least for the next few months, until stuff dies down.
Unless I get a bounty come in. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. If you want to head on over there, and he just points to a corner where they have set up like a rough table with like crude side-up sheets. Yeah, if you're over there, we'll get some details down. Everyone else that's like listening, it's already started like walk off. No one else was really interested in this. But as you hear them walk off, give me. I think what do I do for perception in this game?
Focus.
Give me either focus or guile, your choice.
Sure. Focus. 0.
Yeah, you see the rest of them head off, and they go into like a back room that goes out. There's a back exit back there that you saw when you kind of scouted out the place. You hear like a muffled sound, but nothing that really draws your attention.
All right.
Yeah, but you head over to the table. There's a young girl, barely older than 18. You're guessing, blonde, blue-eyed. Oh, are you joining up with the group?
What are you doing here?
What do you mean?
Seems like an odd choice.
I mean, I had to earn money too. There's not really a lot to do if you're not you're on your own here in Chicago. So,
What's with the sheets?
Just trying to get information in case we need to contact you. Just some type of like a place, even if it's not where you live, just somewhere we can find you, and then maybe like a contact number or something.
Well, you have my cell phone number. That's how I got here. I don't think you need literally any other information about me. So.
Okay, awesome. I think the rest of the gang should be here shortly. They kind of want to do like a meet and greet. She lets around. Looks like you're the only one who volunteered, so I appreciate that. I didn't sign up for all this monster shit, so it'd be really great if we had more protection around here. She looks like really like she's really jittery. It's just her, Carlos, and maybe like one or two other members in here at the moment.
Well, I could use some cash for a while until I get my next bounty. So, yeah,
What kind of bounty hunting do you do?
a particular kind.
The kind that made sense for why we hired you?
Yeah.
That's good. She looks a little relieved at that. It's good that someone around here can handle that. I've just started going into my rages and I still don't fully know how to use it yet, so that sounds amazing actually.
Do I know anything about these, whatever they are, like non?
Yeah,
lycanthrope,
yeah,
lycanthrope?
you would know that there's multiple were creatures. And there's one that is more like of a mindset. They kind of transform, but it just transforms them like they go completely feral with bloodlust in their mind. And when they're in that like rage, they're more durable, they're a little stronger than a baseline human. They're just kind of get like a little enhanced, but it's really hard to control the rage, especially for someone new.
Okay. You're new to it. Just give it time. Don't put yourself in any situations where you could end up hurting someone if something goes wrong.
Yeah, Carlos said he's gonna send me to train in here in the next couple weeks, so that's good. Hopefully I won't have to be out in the field as much as you probably will be helping with, so that's
Yeah,
great.
if you're new to it, you definitely shouldn't be in the field.
Just go ahead and roll me focus real quick. And you can add a +2 to this because I'm gonna invoke is someone cooking aspect.
2.
2?
Yep.
Okay. You don't notice it at first, but you start to hear like heavy foot stomps. Like you wouldn't be able to, you don't think you would hear outside the warehouse, but they are very heavy, and you smell a familiar scent on the air. Scent that you haven't ran into in quite a while. That you've
So
been
I
tracking.
smell it before I hear it, or
You smell it, and then you start to hear the heavy footfalls approaching the warehouse rapidly.
do I know what it is?
You know what this thing is. You 100% know what this thing is. It's what you've been hunting down.
I immediately turn and head that direction. Should I?
It's making a
No, obviously
beeline
my character
straight
knowing-
towards the warehouse.
Yeah, with my character obviously knowing what it is, because I don't.
Mhm.
Should I be telling the other people in here to like run?
Yes, that would probably be great.
All right, I look at the girl at the desk and I say, "Oh shit, run, you and everyone else now!" And I turn and just start heading directly in the direction that I smell it.
Carlos is like, what are you talking about, dude? What's wrong?
Run!
Run from what?
Get out of here!
He's like confused. The girl runs immediately. She trusts you after that conversation.
I don't know any of these other people.
Carlos is sitting there arguing. If you see the two guys off to the side pull out guns and start loading them as like the commotion's going on. But as this is going on, bursting through the door is a very familiar figure. So if you were guys looking to roll 20, this is what is going to pop up. It's just everyone. I'm going to grab this.
Good lord!
And I'm going to zoom this
Oh,
in
they
for
look
you
friendly.
guys. That
Yeah,
shows up at the
okay.
door. A like towering, like 9-foot tall, white armored alien-like creature with 6 arms, 2 Hulking arms, and then like 2 normal size arms right under that, and then 2 little mini arms with like razor sharp claws on them. And he just like sniffs the air, as you see he doesn't have any eyes, and he looks in your direction anyway, Gus, as he picks up the smell, and he starts charging right at Vold.
I immediately what is it called? The physical transformation thing.
Okay, cool. Do you want to describe your transformation?
I'm
for the
gonna
audience?
wear dog out. I basically, like, the clothes I have on are designed to expand a little. So like all I really do is grow like a foot and just get much more muscular, and I look like a humanoid dog. It's a full on like pit bull head So.
Awesome. So you transform and he is on you. He's going to jump at you for an attack. Up his sheets. He is going to mark a... you turn this off dark mode, of course I do. He is going to mark a bot to add to this attack. Let's see. So this does... Okay. Okay. Are you gonna roll defense?
Yes, but you're gonna have to explain to me what I'm doing. So
You choose how you're gonna defend yourself. Like explain to me how you're defending yourself, and I'll tell you what to roll.
if he's my who I've been after,
Mm-hmm.
then I have studied the crap out of him. So I'm gonna use intellect and I'm not gonna invoke my aspect for exceptional strategist, but I'm gonna use intellect to defend.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and make your defense roll.
4.
He rolled a 7, so that is a critical success for him. So, 1 second, while I bring up the critical success rolls real quick. So let's see, that would be under actions. Okay. Let's see, attack. He can reduce the damage and gain a boost if he likes. He's not going to do that. So he is going to deal you 4 points of damage. So take 4 points of stress.
Yikes! Okay.
Damn.
And as he charges in, like he really just stretches out 06 arms and just grabs you and hugs you. And the 2 little arms in the middle just start ripping at your stomach, start trying to rip you open.
Not cool.
Yeah, looks like the other 4 arms are mostly just for holding stuff. The little arms are the actual threat. They're just like very quickly just like slice it into your abdomen. You see the other 3. You look and see Carlos is the only one that stayed. The other 2 bolted as soon as they saw this thing. They're like, fuck this. I'm getting paid enough for this shit. But Carlos pulls out a pistol and just starts shooting at this thing. And all the bullets are just bouncing off his back of his hide. And he looks back at Carlos and you hear like a sound come from his throat. You think it's some kind of language. You just see Carlos go completely pale and faint immediately.
Okay.
What would you like to do, Gus?
I mean, I'm attacking. I gotta get out of here. Claws out and just if he's holding me in here, so I'm basically gonna try and dig my claws in at his waist where my hands are and just try and damage him somehow. Try and get him to release.
Yeah, go for it. Give me an attack roll.
5.
Okay. He is gonna use. Let's see.
How does scale work again?
Scale gives a bonus to your rolls for like every level above. It's like a flat +2, or so I think it's a flat +1 and then it's a flat +2 like after the fact. So you can either get 1 going forward or add 2 after you roll. And then it scales for every level above.
Okay. I'm assuming whatever this is supernatural, so or at least supernatural.
Maybe.
Remember?
He's gonna make a defense roll. He is gonna invoke scale. What are you at scale wise? Supernatural?
Supernatural.
So he'll add +4 to his roll after the fact.
I'm gonna use my countermeasures. Once per session, I declare that it nullifies scale for an opponent for a scene.
Awesome, good
The
choice.
Yep.
Let me read it exactly, just so I'm making sure.
Yeah, it's long.
Which one of the countermeasures you said?
Countermeasures.
Okay. From a supernatural condition or stunt. So it doesn't affect scale just like at his base.
That's why supernatural powers. Wait.
But if he has any powers that work off of scale. So I'll say anything that uses his power stuff.
That was for one opponent. Okay, cool.
Okay, so yeah, he'll still get scale for the attack and defense itself, but not for any of like his bonuses.
All right.
Cool. So roll. He rolled a 5, so I believe that met what you rolled.
Yeah.
So he takes 1 point of stress damage. He will mark.
If I get above his, does he take more damage? Is that how that works?
Yeah, it's for every point you beat it by. Is how many points of damage he takes. Since you met, he just takes 1 automatically.
Can I then spend the fate point, just jack it up by 2 with like acceptable strategist trying to attack somewhere vulnerable?
Yeah, sure, you can do that. So that brings it up to you beat him by 2, so it takes 2 points of damage. With him taking more than 1, then he will trigger a condition, so he doesn't take all of that. Okay, cool. Awesome. And now his turn. He's going to start to try to bite into you. Okay. He's going to roll his attack on you. He's going to invoke scale before the roll, so add +2 beforehand. Okay. He rolled a 10.
All right. Sure. I think I'm just going to try and defend with force.
Yeah, just try to break the grip.
Yeah, something. I don't know what else to defend with being pinned. So, like, if anything, I'm just trying to like headbutt him to the side while he's trying to bite me. So
that's completely fair.
6.
Okay. So you take another 4 points of stress. I think that fills your stress up and pushes you into.
Yeah.
I think that moves in barrel, I believe.
Is that about? I don't know how that works. I have 2 more points of stress than I have boxes to fill. So.
Yeah, let me double check that real quick. So I know once you go past stress, you go into those other sections. Let me just double check what they absorb.
I know there's Imperil and Doomed, but like I don't know how those sections work. So
yeah, they take up a certain amount of stress. So let me double check. Let's see.
Oh, does it then like lower the stress and start over type thing?
If you get all your stress, all your Imperil and Doom build, that's when you can potentially die.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Give me a second, because the Dresden book is not the most organized of books ever. Like, oh, it's here, and then you go here, and it's like, oh, go to this page number.
Like a choose your own adventure book.
Okay.
I choose path D.
Okay, so in peril marks up to 4 shifts of damage. Doom takes up to 6.
So I should have 4 boxes in peril and 6 in doomed. Is that what you're telling me?
So
sure.
you can, if you don't have enough stress, you can use those bosses, and that's how much they can absorb. So indebted can, or not indebted, in peril can take 4 damage. Doom can take 6. But if you run out of stress, then you have to mark those bosses regardless of how much you have left over. So if you have 2 stress bosses left, you can just put all 4 of it in peril and save some of your stress for now. Or you can just put 2. Otherwise, you're going to have to mark 2 and then mark it anyway. So that'd probably be the safer bet.
Sure, we'll do that, I guess. I don't know how Doomed and Imperil works in the sheet. We'll figure that out later. I'm just
so
putting the number
Imperil
on the
gives them
box
a
for
free
now.
invoke from the aspect. It's pretty much an injury that you're going to need attention to very soon. And that makes sense as he bites into the artery on the side of your neck and you start bleeding very profusely as he's just latched onto you.
All right.
And you just feel heavy breath coming from this thing on your neck.
I'm going to reply in kind and just bite into the other side of his neck. You're
going to bite him back?
Tighter, I guess. Yeah.
If anyone comes to this warehouse and you see 2 monsters in an embrace, bite at each other's neck.
I got a 3 on the attack.
Okay.
Let's see. What else can I use to make this worse?
He rolled a flat roll. He's going to use his free invoke on your injury, even +2. And then he, let's see, he defends with focus. plus scale. He's gonna use scale. He's gonna use his scale to reroll. Okay, so that gives him a 7, which I believe beat you by more than 3. You rolled a 3.
At the moment, it does. Yeah. Let's see. I have +4. I just need to get a 1 from there. Do I? I'm going to invoke Unrelenting Hunter to make that a 5 instead of a 3 then.
Okay, cool. So he does not get a boost from his defense. Instead, it's just, I think, just means nothing happens. Yep. So nothing happens instead.
And that's 2, you said?
Oh wait, that's if you succeeded. So he succeeded. If you things don't work out badly for you, okay, yeah. So he just defends himself. So you go to bite, and he his shoulders are so massive. He just lifts his shoulder up, and you bite into the shoulder instead.
Yikes!
His fucking delts are on point. Yeah.
So he got a 7. I got 5. So I'm taking 2. Is that how this works?
You don't take damage from defense because he defended against it.
He took damage from my defense, though.
Huh?
You had him take damage from my defense. Does it not work the other way?
He doesn't take damage if he's defended from your attack, and he beats you. It's the other way around. The reason he took damage first time is because his defense was lower.
Oh, well,
he met you the last time, and then you rolled.
For some reason, I was thinking that was the other way around.
No,
that's fine.
And he's gonna attack you now. He lifts you overhead now. He lets go, lifts you overhead, and starts to get ready to body slam you into the concrete of the warehouse. I will spend a fate point so that I can invoke that injury one more time.
You only have 1.
I do only have the 1. I know. It's by player character. I'm aware. Actually, no. I have 2 because you just invoked 1 last turn. You invoked your.
Do you get those?
Thing. Yeah, if you invoke, I get them.
Yep. Well, you have 3 then, because I've invoked both mine so far.
Oh, cool. Then I have 3 fate points. I'll burn 1 of them.
Great.
His attack. So he's going to use the scale before the attack. So that's +2. Plus he 6 to his attack. Rolled flat on the dice, and then 2. So 10 again.
I'm gonna defend with force and try and knee him in the head while I'm up there. 6. So yeah.
So yeah, you take 4 points of damage as he body slams you into the ground. He just pull and picks you up, and it's like a power bomb, but it's like he has 3 arms on each side, so it's like a triple power bomb with 1 person. So he just straight up you hit the cement, and there's literally a crater from where you hit, and you skip a couple times after you hit, and as he's starting to walk slowly towards you, you look up and you see blood dripping from his mouth from where he was trying to pretty much eat you. You see all 6 of his arms just coated in your blood. And as you're breathing heavily, you see a gold flash of light, and you black out.
I welcomed flash of light, I assume.
And with that, we will cut over. See
You dead.
Who is next on our timeline? Okay, we cut over to timeline June of 2002.
That's cold-blooded. All right, with that, we're going to cut to a different timeline. Goodbye.
Yep.
2002, excellent year.
And as we cut over to that timeline, we head to an aquarium down in Chicago. And we zoom in the camera to a young lady approaching the aquarium. Very peppy. The crowd's kind of giving her a very wide berth as she comes down the road. But she's excited. She's going to see her friend as his shift is ending at the aquarium here in the next half hour. Void, why don't you describe your character for me?
Okay, I will describe Ari, whose full name is absurdly long, of course, for no particular reason except that that's just how they do it in court. It's Aristania Chrysanthemum, You have to have at least one flower name somewhere in there. She's quite short. She's like 5'2". And if you look very closely at her and you expect it, you can tell that she has some wings. But they're kind of like difficult to see unless you expect that they're there. And most of the time, if you asked a normal passerby, they would say that that is not the case. But they're there. Yeah, that's how I would describe her.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you're approaching the aquarium. Your best friend gets off here pretty soon, and you guys have plans to hit the city right after his shift. So you head right in. Most of the employees don't even stop you as you just walk straight to the staff entrance. They've tried in the past. They're just resigned to it at this point.
There's no point in trying, I'm just gonna go inside anyway.
Hi, Ari. Wait, question. Alex, what does Dogfoot go by in the human? Does he go by Dogfoot to the humans too?
No, he goes by Patricia.
Okay. Pat's in the back with the dolphins, of course.
Oh my God, but the dolphins? You don't figure. I had no idea that would be the case. Okay, bye.
Yep. See.
Oh, by the way, your hair looks so good today.
Thank you. Yeah, but
she like bounces through.
Yeah, you head straight through all the exhibits, get to the lead dolphin enclosure, and you see a person fully submerged without any like wetsuit on or anything, just like swimming around, surrounded by like 3 or 4 dolphins trying to chase him in the water. Alex, why don't you go ahead and describe your character for me?
Yes. Okay, so typically Dogfoot would look like a goblin with the pointy ears. He's got some horns and a big toothy smile with like razor sharp pointy teeth. And he's very short, like 3.5 feet tall, on his tippy toes. But since I have the skin changer stunt, he just looks like a very skinny little guy. And when he got the job at the aquarium, the only size polo that they had was an extra large. So he's swimming in that, and he's got some skinny jeans on. And I don't know what I'm doing in the water with the dolphins in this outfit, but that's what's happening.
Playing with them, obviously.
Yeah, but Ari, you approach right behind. You go around the closed off wall. You go through the staff entrance to get into the actual enclosure, and you come out on one of the rocks overlooking the water.
Hey, you ready?
Hi. Yes, I am. I don't know what we're ready for. What are we doing?
I don't know. Let's just go and see what finds us.
Okay. Can I like call one of the dolphins to like shoot me over the little wall?
Yeah, give me a flare roll.
Nice.
Ooh, 2 pluses. But 3.
Awesome. Yeah, you succeed with style. You tell me how that looks.
I kind of like do some sort of hand signal that only the dolphins know, and then they come up and they like come up on my feet and like shoot me up, and like very gracefully, like I land, like if there's no gravity or very little gravity.
Amazing. You get better at that every time I see you.
That was all luck. It's all the dolphins, not me.
Yeah, anyone else wouldn't notice it, but Ari, you see a little puff of ice at the last second that stops the descent as he lands gracefully in front of you.
Sure, just the dolphins, whatever you say. I would like to pet the dolphins hello if they come close enough. I feel like I see them a lot.
Yeah, they're all like at the edge of the rock, just like what are they? Would they
Hello,
be yipping
babies.
at you? I guess I don't know what dolphin sounds like. Yeah, yipping at you. But yeah, they all say hi, and then they start swimming back around the enclosure and head down like under the rock to where they go when it's not open.
Bye. Come on, let's go.
So yeah, you guys head out of the aquarium. Patricia, aka Dogfoot, is completely soaked in salt water still. I don't think either one of you stopped to let him change whatsoever as you guys head out of the aquarium.
I've
He'll
got like
drive.
thick tube socks on. It's like
Yeah, thick tube socks and just soaked, already tight denim that's now even tighter and probably very uncomfortable.
And this massive shirt that's just dripping everywhere.
Yeah. The staff just lets resign. The janitors literally followed you out as you guys leave to try to just mop behind you as you go.
See you later,
Thanks so
Joe.
much. You guys are so great every time. Okay, see you next time.
Yep, bye.
Bye.
The person at the front just looks resigned. Bye, Barry. Bye, Patricia. Have fun. Don't get arrested again, please.
Oh, we wouldn't do that. Probably.
No promises, and then I'll shut the door.
Okay, but it is it's like 6 p.m. What do you guys want to do? You have the run of the city.
Well, the first thing
It's
we
not
should
like
do...
one of you in real life is a Chicago native at all. Cough, cough.
I know. I'm like picturing exactly where we could go.
Are you? Then
There's
I'll let
really
you
not
take.
much in the area.
I'll let you take this question then. Typically, Arya would just go to whatever place there are the most people for us to like mingle with. Like if in New York, it would be Times Square, right?
Okay, we're gonna go to it's where the bean is, but not at the bean. It's the two
Okay.
like big tower fountains that have like the faces on it. I honestly don't even know if they're still there. It's been so long, but probably.
I think they were when I was there. That's like the one thing I visited. One of the one things I visited. When I
Bean?
was
Yeah, that's
there.
probably the one thing I visited in Chicago. It's shiny.
Yeah, it's shiny.
Yeah.
Take pictures, and it's fun.
Also, maybe like don't bring Ari to the bean itself because she'll spend the whole time being like, "Look, I'm small here. Look, I'm huge here."
That's exactly where we're going then.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, you guys head to the bean area. There's obviously a shit ton of tourists. You can easily point out who are not Chicago natives and who are here and were dragged here by friends out of town.
Of course.
Tourists, right? We're natives here. We're not from a different place.
Yeah, we're definitely from here.
You guys have
Hi,
definitely
tourists.
been in Chicago for at least a few years now.
Oh my God, you look so cute. Can I take a picture for you?
Oh, sure, that'd be great. Yeah,
It's
here
like-
we go. It's
Before people
it's
were
like a
phones,
little
right?
little family of four.
I'm gonna get in every picture, like I'm part of the family.
Okay, I'm gonna like make sure I frame it so it looks like you're part of the family too. Like,
They all give you
Okay.
strange looks at first, and then just kind of go with it. They try to keep their distance a little bit because you are still soaking wet even after the walk.
hey, you need to smile, say cheese.
Cheese.
Yeah. Okay. I took like 4. Here you go.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Have fun. But Ari, you see a spot open up under the bean. There's no one like currently under like the little walkthrough at the moment that you can go underneath it.
Okay. I'm gonna like just dart into it at a speed that is improbable, and like crouch and just be like, look.
You just see big Ari face. Both of you give me focus rolls, please.
It's 2 dice. Yes.
It's 4 dice.
4. Okay,
I was
that's a
gonna say 4d6,
negative. That's a
but
positive.
4df.
Okay, I have on average 1 positive. How do we add our things?
So the positive and negatives just cancel each other out, and then whatever the difference is.
Right. So I have 2 positives, 1 negative, and 1 blank. So a positive.
So it's 1 positive, and then whatever your focus score is.
What if I open my character sheet?
Step 1.
Player focus.
What'd you
have? I got a
plus
3.
1.
A
Okay,
3.
so I have 2.
So a 2 and a 3. Okay. So Ari, you're too excited. You just rush right in. Start looking at yourself in the reflection. Dogfoot, you run after her, and as soon as you cross like the line to like where you're like directly under it, you feel that you just crossed through a veil. Like there's an illusion like around this area that's put up, and it feels like fey magic.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Ari, did you feel that? Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry.
And as you're pointing it out,
What
there it
timing
is.
she
There's
has!
the fey right there. It's gonna kill you.
Oh, what a sweet.
You're famous.
Feel what? Feel how great I am?
Hey, magic. You don't feel it?
Huh?
Something's going on.
You guys also, now that you mention it, do not hear anything outside of the area you're in. It's your voices seem to echo a little bit.
That's not
I feel
good.
Take a step back.
Maybe they're here for you. Huh?
No, I think they're here for you. I think I'm fine.
No, I think I'm fine. I think they're here for you. What do you mean?
What's happening?
Okay.
What do you guys
What's
like to do?
happening?
What do you guys like to do? You're still just under the bean, right?
Can I like
This seems...
cross that line again? Whatever that step was.
Just step back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a let's see. Give me a haste roll.
Haste. Make haste. 3. Man, I'm only rolling 3. 3 all day.
I
Okay.
think 3's pretty high for
I need
this game.
to check that on my end. Okay.
Oh, it's good.
Permanent marker is rubbing off on my dice.
So let's see. You are technically prey, so that's a +2.
Whoa.
I don't
Let's
like
see.
how that sounds.
What
And
did you just say to me?
that makes it a 4 on the die. So you see alright, you see
Oh, no.
Dogfoot like slowly go back out, and you see a pale hand reach through that you don't see come from like outside, just like comes out of nowhere and pulls him, and he disappears. And there's like a ripple from where he was.
I'll just... This is stupid, but Ari's gonna do it anyway. And just jump at where he was.
Yeah, you jump and disappear. And as you land, you look up and you are in the Feywild. Not the Summer Court, not the Winter Court, but the Untamed Lands in between.
Lucky.
And you look up to see Dogfoot held in the grasp of the Earl King, the leader of the hunt.
Oh, not lucky.
I like my ankle.
Here you guys go. Show the page to you all. There they are.
Ooh.
Hi, what a great outfit you have on today. Your hair looks amazing.
The Earl King is a
What's
tall,
up?
like 6'2", lithe, like if you think Elven Ranger, that's what they look like. They have like long white hair, pointy ears, just decked out in leather, like every weapon you could think attached to their body, like knives all the way across, bow and arrow on their back, 2 swords at their side. And so
Would we know each other? Like, are we aware of one another?
you know who he is. He's like the
Okay.
leader of the Wild Fae. He is like the equivalent of Titania and Mab for his
Hello.
domain.
What can we do for you, sir? Man.
Well, your court's called in a favor,
Oh.
so we're gonna have a little fun.
Oh, I don't know what that means, huh?
It means
Like we're gonna have tea and play games?
no. It means first he snaps his finger and the way to the Never Never closes behind you. You guys get 30
Oh.
minutes, and then I'm gonna begin my hunt. Make it amusing for me.
Okay.
And you just see the people, the Fae that are around him, slowly transform into a midst of like these giant black, like panther-sized hounds and a few like black nightmare steeds.
Can you let me down?
Yeah. He tosses you like 10 feet ahead. Better get running.
Okay. I'm gonna zoom over to Dogfoot and grab his hand and then try to fly as fast as possible in whatever direction we're already going in, because honestly we're all aware that it makes no difference where we go here. We can do our best, but we will not succeed.
It'll be fine.
No, when you try your best and you don't succeed.
But the chase is on, so let's up put the music a little uptick there.
All right, can I roll haste?
Yeah, you guys can do whatever you want to do. Tell me how you're gonna try to avoid everybody. for
Oh,
now.
that's bad. I got 3 negatives and a positive. That's great. That's gonna cancel out, so I got 0 on that haste.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Um,
I would like to pull out my trusty slingshot that I now have. Pebbles. And
Yeah,
start
I
shooting
will
them at the
say
things.
that literally the second you guys crossed into the Never Never, your glamour's completely dropped. You're back in Fey form instantly.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Actually, as you guys
Slingshot.
are also hiding, give me an intellect rolls, please.
intellect, yeah.
Intellect. Ooh, I'm not too good at that.
As you guys try to dredge up
Ooh.
what knowledge of the Earl King you remember from your time in the Fey.
I got 3.
Got a big old 0.
Dogfoot, you don't know. He just had a lot of weapons. You gotta get the fuck out of here.
He's
Ari,
tall and scary.
you
and
know-
beautiful.
his powers are increased here in the wild. You would have had a better chance if he came to the Mortar Realm to chase you. You at least had some pull of your powers to resist. With you being here in his domain, the chances of you being able to fight against him if he catches up to you are very, very slim. Honestly, your best shot is to make it either into summer or winter. And they're with the Never Never, you have no idea how far they could be at the moment.
I vote summer. They're not huge fans of me. Well, I guess at either, but mostly at winter. Let's go summer. It's beautiful
I don't
this
think we
time of
should do
year.
that. I don't think we should do that. You know what? I think you're super great and amazing and just wonderful in all the ways that if we went to the winter court, I'm sure they'd be like so glad that you were back that they wouldn't even be mad about you leaving that whole time.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, for sure. No, they love me there. I've got like so many friends.
Yeah.
So many.
Yeah. How could you not?
Yeah,
Let's go
like
there.
watch. We get there, they're all gonna be like, Dogfoot, where have you been?
Exactly. So I would like to fly up to the top of the tree line
Mhm.
and look around and see whatever looks like it is the coldest area. And then
Okay.
dive back down, grab Dogfoot, and head that way.
Oh, can you remind me what your guys' hide rolls were? Would you roll in haste or dial, whatever you guys did to prepare there? I know yours was a little low, Ari.
My haste was 3.
I don't remember.
3?
Yeah, 3. Yeah, 3.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Neither one of those beat a 5.
Well,
So
No,
Well,
they
yeah.
don't, do
you
they?
head up to the tree line, and as you're going to fly back down, the branches grab at you and pull you tight against the bark.
Oh,
It is Dogfoot. You hear a cry up from above as Ari's grabbed by the tree, and as you go to move towards her, your foot stuck and you're
Oh
sinking.
no! Start hitting the tree.
You are in quicksand. You cannot move.
Oh.
You are slowly sinking into the ground.
Stay still.
And
That's
you
what I
guys
learned.
start to hear heavy feet pounding towards you as you hear hooves and claws and just the sounds of all the creatures of the Arrow King approaching before he is upon you and you guys are surrounded.
Let's just talk this out.
I
like,
had
we don't-
better hopes for the two of you. It was a little too simple. He snaps his finger and you both are pulled through the ground and then peer in front of him like bundled up in vines.
I mean, I don't see how we could do anything against your great majesty. Really, you're just so amazing and wonderful, and we were kind of like a skirt to begin with, right?
Yeah, it's unfair. I know. Titania and Mab had a favor though, and you know how favors work here. I had no choice.
You do
could
us
have
a
been,
favor?
the two of you could have been such good hounds in my hunt.
What are you gonna do?
Thanks.
I think you know what I'm gonna do.
I guess.
What was it? Dogfoot, right?
Yes. It is. That's Mr. Dogfoot to you.
Mr. Dogfoot. Good to know. I'll write that on your tombstone. Any last words before we wrap this up? I have another engagement here in like the next 10 minutes.
Will you call the aquarium and tell them I'm not gonna make it to my next shift?
Sure. I think that can be arranged.
I'm good.
Let me think. Patricia is your name there, right?
Yes, that is my name. Sorry, I forgot I did that.
Sounds good. He turns the vines so the two of you can face each other one last time.
Hi.
It was nice being friends with you. I'll see you next time, huh?
Yep.
And
Same time tomorrow, right?
You guys
Yeah.
feel the vines start to close and the thorns on the vine start to sink into your flesh. And as you feel your last gasp of breath about to leave your body, there's a gold flash of light and the two of you black out. Okay. You ready for this, Keith?
Yeah,
You're
sure.
probably
I have
going to
no
be
fear at
fine.
all.
You have nothing to worry about.
Okay. Now we jump forward in time to late fall 2004 as we zoom into the headquarters of, I totally remember the newspaper name,
Was the Midwestern Arcane?
Midwestern Arcane, downtown Chicago. The foremost expert on all things supernatural in the Midwest. In other words, only crackpot conspiracists read this newspaper. Only they knew how real the news was, though. But we zoom into the office, typing away at their computer. Is a young female character. Go ahead and describe your character for me, Keith.
Yeah, April McNeil. I actually based her off of April O'Neil from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I think I'm going to deviate a little bit and say in this iteration, she is a like early 30s Asian woman who is she has some pretty big glasses and she's wearing a sweatshirt that's like this bright yellow, and she's wearing fairly well-fitting jeans as she's kind of like typing away, and she's just like brushing her hair away. She's like, God damn it, I knew I shouldn't have procrastinated again. God, how many words am I at? Oh, all right, well, let's, I guess, is thou still well, we'll see if my editor's fine with that. Yeah,
You're right. You're trying to write up a story about the White Court right now. You've been on there to tell for a little bit. You have a deadline in a couple days. You promised a sensational story about the vampire underworld in the city. You have 2 sentences on your paper at the moment, and your only lead has fell through. Is you try to get a hold of Thomas Wraith. He knows on the outs with his family, so you're hoping to get a word, but he's gone silent.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to call him again. Yeah.
Yeah, you call his number, you call cell, no response. You call another line he gave you that he uses. It's one of the Wraith residences. There's an answer. It's not Thomas that answers though. It's a lady's voice. Hello? Who's calling?
Hi. Sorry, I was looking for Thomas Wraith.
Oh, yeah, Thomas should be back here in a little bit. Are you Alice?
Yeah. Did he tell? Sorry, who am I talking to?
Oh, sorry, this is his I guess not really it's complicated, but I'm Justine. I'm kind of with Thomas. It's the White Court's weird. It's a weird situation.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Nice.
told me you were gonna be calling and he wanted me to just send you an address to come over and meet. He's kind of trying to dodge his sister at the moment, so wasn't able to get a hold of you before then.
Okay.
But yeah, he should be free to talk here in a couple hours if you want to head to the apartment. I think he had a bid tip for you on something that was going down this weekend.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. What's the address?
Yeah, they send you an address. It's like one of the fancy apartments down near like Chicago River and like where all the like hotels and stuff are.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that yeah, April is kind of just like almost at her wit's end. Like she has nothing to go on. She has like no lead, so she's gonna go to this hotel, but I do have an ability called Word on the Street.
Mm-hmm.
It says you are in constant communication with informants on your beat. when you use intellect to create an advantage based on the reports, the aspect gains an extra invoke. So I want to use my informants to try to like figure out like, is there anything weird going on in this hotel? Like, is this a trap maybe?
Yeah, roll me roll me an elect.
Sure.
We'll see what they can get for you. So whether it creates an aspect or not. You're gonna create advantage rolls. You bring that up.
I got a 0. Yay.
Okay. I'll just roll a flat +1 roll to see how much you learn. That was a 0 on the roll, so that is a 1, so you do fail the roll. Yeah, your informants get to you, like, they haven't heard anything in the area of note. There's some, like, business conference in town around the area, so the hotels are pretty booked, but that's pretty much all I could tell you. It's gonna be some type of, like, big accounting function that, Ernst & Young is holding. But besides that, nothing really of note stood out.
All right, thanks. And April is like thinking as she's kind of, I think she's a public transport, like a subway kind of gal, and she's like thinking it over as she is making her way down. She's like, okay, if there's a like some sort of conference, then there's probably not going to be any like supernatural activity down there. So she's kind of feeling safe or safer as she sort of like walks up to this address.
Yeah, you head to one of the fancy apartments. The doorman answers, lets you in. Your name's literally written down to let you in the apartment. Yeah, it's top floor, the penthouse. Just head straight up. The elevators are in the back that way. And once you get there, I'll buzz you in.
Thanks.
Yeah, no worries.
And she goes up.
Yeah, you go on up. You go out the penthouse elevator. The moment you step out of the elevator, a grate comes down and closes off the elevator.
Well, fuck.
And you hear a female voice come from the other room. It's not sound similar to the one you talked on the phone. It sounds more sultry. And you almost feel drawn to this voice. Won't you be a dear and come in here? We have a lot to discuss, young Alice.
Shit. And Alice kind of, since she's compelled, she'll move into the next room.
Yeah, it's fun that you're our only mortal. I don't have to roll for you.
Hi.
Yeah, you enter the room to see this lady here.
Hi. I don't know that we've met.
Yeah, Liliana Wraith. Why don't you have a seat here next to me? She just like pats the couch next to her.
Lily, next to you. I think I'll take this other chair instead. And she sits down like across from Liliana.
Yeah, she leans forward. You can just feel the sex appeal literally dripping off of this to be vampire in front of you. Leans forward, giving you a great view of everything. So, I heard you writing a little expose and wanted some information. How can I be of help, dear?
Well, I had a friend who was looking to get some stuff off his chest. But he doesn't really seem to be available right now. So I don't really know that expose or whatever he was going to tell me is going to be a thing anymore. It's not really something for everyone to worry about. Right?
Totally, I would love to hear more. Would you like a drink? I think we have some wine in store here. We can have a nice relaxing conversation, just me and you. Very intimate. And she's going to activate her aura and try to create an advantage here on you. So you can try to roll a defense or overcome if you would like. They do definitely have scale on you by quite a bit. You being mundane. So,
that's fair.
let's see. So it's going to be...
Yeah, I think, why not? Why not, right? That's why we're here. I think I'll use intellect. Like, oh, this, like she's doing a thing. She's gonna try to like charm me. So I think Alice is trying to like logic her way out of it.
So you rolled a 6.
Ooh, I got a 6.
Awesome. They rolled 3 on the die plus flare. Oof, okay. Plus skill. That is a 13.
Okay.
As you're just like, you know it's not natural
Yeah.
what like how fast this happens, but you're overcome with more lust than you've ever had for a single person in your life by this incredibly sexy white court vampire.
Uh-huh.
You know the rapes feed on sets.
Is it
Yeah.
getting hot in here? I'm sorry. I just what's going on?
I can't help it. It's just you have that effect on me. Why don't you come over closer? This time you cannot resist, Alice.
Yeah, I sit next to her and I say, "What? I I usually don't do this. I'm usually not forward like this. But you're very pretty."
Thank you. You're cute yourself. He like reaches over and just like strokes your face slowly.
Oh, thanks.
Now this story of yours, that wouldn't be good for us. So I'm gonna request that you not write that.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I can just tell my boss that the white court says we should do it. So that's that should be good, right?
Sorry Thomas wasn't able to be here. I know you were looking forward to talking to him.
Sorry, who?
Yeah, who is right. Why don't we just cut to the chase here? We have better things to do than a silly old paper. So we're gonna cut to black, but she leads you to the other room, starts to go that way, and you feel yourself weakening as like she starts to kiss you. You start to like she like takes your outer shirt off, and before she can start to actually undress you, you feel your mind blank and a gold flash in front of your eyes as you black out.
Oh my god.
And with that, we're going to take our break. So it is 11:15 here my time, so we'll be back in about 15 minutes, everybody, and we'll see what happened to all our players. Hey everyone, welcome back. So before we went to break, I systematically killed every single one of our player characters,
Murder.
or it appeared to be. So they all saw a similar flash of gold light. And as that gold light recedes, the four of you all wake up gasping in a like a very white room. Like everything's just pitch white. The walls, the beds that you guys are laying on, like the tables and chairs nearby. It looks like you're in some med bay. And there's just one open door at the very end of the room. Obviously, Dogfoot and Ari recognize each other. The rest of you don't know each other. But the four of you wake up, all at first having wounds on your bodies. There's like thorn marks and thorns embedded in the two fae all over the body. Vold is just, the whole front is just shredded. Bleeding deeply in his neck. Alice just looks very flush, like completely like red and flush, and hickeys like all over their neck. Doesn't really pair up with the rest of you.
You look like
She's
you had
breathing heavily.
fun.
What? Where? Oh my god! I haven't. Where am I? What? Oh my god! What happened to you guys?
I have no idea. Well, we were being like choked to death by some vines a second ago. I don't know who that is, but he looked like he had a really bad time. You look like you had a great time, so I don't know what you're doing here.
Oh,
Wolf is just concentrating on pressing on his wounds.
Yeah, you press on your wounds, and you see some of your intestines like poking out your stomach.
What the?
I'm gonna pick up the intestines and be like, here you go.
You should put that back in his body.
Where are we? Ow!
Is this the afterlife? Are we dead?
I do not want to walk around with things falling out of me for the rest of forever.
I don't think humans go to the same place we go.
You know, fae don't really go anywhere. They don't really have souls. They just kind of like
stop,
either get remade or just cease to exist.
Yeah, that whole like heaven hell thing, I think that's humans just only. If that's even a thing, I don't know. Humans make up a lot of stories, to be honest. They're pretty good at it. I like them a lot.
Yeah, what a bunch of weirdos, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna look over it.
Alice is gonna look over at Vold and be like, "Are you human?"
Here, let us help you with that.
It takes a while to recover from changing, so I don't think I'd look that way.
You're like halfway between. Like you still have some dog features on your face.
Oh, I see.
He still has the little pit bull nose. He has the little like pit bull teeth still poking out, and he still has some fur and like he still
not
has
at the moment.
Ears.
And Dogfoot's holding his intestines, and I'm gonna grab some from Dogwood and kind of try to shove them back in. Here, let us help you.
Thank you. I guess.
Yeah, you look better already.
Alice is gonna move to try to help, but after seeing the damage, she's gonna like quickly look away and try to figure out where we are. What is
the
this
thing
place?
you guys do notice about Vold's wounds? They don't seem to be healing, but they also don't seem to be getting any worse. Like there's no blood flowing out of these wounds. Like there probably should be.
Well, that's a little weird. I was like, examine the intestines.
I don't really understand how like human bodies work. They're very interesting, but like.
Will just like puts his hand on Dogfoot's forehead and pushes it backwards. Bad fae.
But as you guys,
where are we?
As you guys are discussing,
is this like an enclosed room, or is it like a big?
It's like a long.
Space?
It's like a long white room with like beds set up all on either side.
Okay.
And there's like a table. It's just like a desk. It's just like a desk with a chair. Looks like someone has like a clipboard there, but it's blank. And then there's a door at the end. The door is open. As you guys are asking, like trying to figure out where you are, a gold line appears on the floor with like little gold flashing lights leading through the door.
Is there like a? Go ahead.
Did you guys see a flash of gold before this? Whatever this is?
Oh yeah, sure did.
I mean,
I just assume that's what happens when you die.
I had my insides being ripped out and my neck being chewed on, but yeah, there was some gold.
I think normally when you die, you just die. So, I don't think we did that. So, why don't you hold those in, and we will just follow this little line.
Is there like a supply cabinet in this room somewhere?
Yeah,
or anything?
there's some cabinets for sure.
They just
I
pop
was
one
gonna
open,
say,
see what's in there.
There's
Could we use a bed sheet?
Yeah, there's medical supplies. You can use some gauze and try to like just at least
I-
hold it in.
I just start wrapping it around my body over and over.
Wow, you're so good at that. Just no hesitation whatsoever.
Doesn't
It's
that
not the
hurt?
first time.
Yeah, the gauze is
Not
completely
the
Yes.
first
white.
time.
And as
Okay,
you're looking at it, it's not even soaking through with blood at all. It's still pure white.
cool.
Why is there no blood?
Looks like that's holding everything in. So, shall
Are
we
you
go?
bleeding?
No, I don't know.
Do Fae bleed?
Um,
Some of us.
I think
That's
they
It's a
do
little
bleed.
personal.
I think their blood's more
Okay,
silver like
Fair
though.
enough.
and you guys were like
Ah.
stabbed with thorns and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like,
See, I took
Squeeze
them off.
stab.
There's like a little pile.
got like leaves in my horns.
Oh, let me help you with that.
Thank you.
Dogfoot is also still soaking wet, by the way. It was salt water. That never went away.
Were they underwater thorns?
Oh no, he
I
just
don't-
works at the aquarium.
Oh,
The dolphins.
Nice.
Yeah, if you go to the aquarium and look for him, though, you have to tell him you're looking for Patricia.
Patricia.
Yeah.
Is that a
Trisha,
family
that's
name?
my name.
Yes,
Yes, of course.
sometimes. You can call me Ari.
Hi, Ari.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Alice.
Oh, Alice, that's a
Alice.
great name.
Thank you.
There's a human book that has an Alice in it, and it's really interesting. I swear she goes to the Feywild. That's my opinion.
I'm feeling like her right now.
Vold, without looking up, just goes Vold.
Good to meet
Bless you.
Cool. So, are you ready to go, or? I mean, if you guys want to stay here, I guess you can, but it seems pretty boring. So,
I'd
Let's
like
see
to know
what's
where we
behind.
are. So
Door number 1, and I'm gonna
Yeah!
swing open the door.
The door's wide open. The
Okay.
light just like leads out and goes to the right.
Wait, does Dogfoot close it and then swing it open?
Yes, for the dramatic effects.
Okay.
Hello!
Perfect. Yeah, you head out the door, and you follow the lights to the right, and it's just a very long hallway. And you just see massive like white wood doors at the end with just like metal rings to open. And on either side of the hallways, there's just like these clockwork statues, done in like all in gold, but just like they look like kind of centurions, but you can see like the internal gears like twisting inside their bodies as it's just their chest is just completely open. And
oh,
they're all-
that's cool.
They're all standing guard with a pike in their hand.
Do they
It's
have like
definitely
an actual
magical in
clock
here.
on them?
Yeah, they all have little clots like on their like shoulder right here. And as the clot's moving, the gears inside are moving with the clock.
Are there any dates on those, or just times?
Yeah.
Just times.
Okay,
Mhm.
great.
There's
Vold
tw-
thinks to himself, weak point.
there's
Nice.
tw- there's a total of 12, and each one has a different hour on it.
No, leave the clockwork alone. That's not very nice. Come on, let's go see what's behind door number 2. Dogfoot, will you do the honors?
And I shut it and then open it again.
Yeah.
So the door was closed, so you open it, shut it, and then open it.
Yes.
Funny thing is, this door is like a little higher up, so you have to like jump up, kick off to swing it open, push it back, and do it again. But yeah, you open the door and you walk in, and it's just a throne room. There's just everything's still just that pure white, like a white rug, white stone, white columns, and sitting on a throne at the end is this lady right here.
Oh.
Features are fairy fae, the features that you can see, as her torso and like her chest and like her face. It's hidden. That's not hidden. But the rest seems to be made up of like clockwork materials. She has like a gold helmet that covers all the way down past her nose. Her legs are like disjointed, like there's no kneecap, like in between her shin and her thighs, she's gone. There's like a little gold orb that her legs seem to be like floating off of. And then she also has a similar feature, no elbows, also that gold orb in the middle. And her arm seems to just be floating off and like moving with like how an arm would move normally. And then in the middle of her chest is just a clockwork, just like a one, like two gears interlocked, just slowly moving, like every second they just tick.
Can I,
I want
like-
to whisper
Go ahead,
to
go ahead.
my yeah, I want to whisper to my companions. Hey, is this one of your favorites?
I've never met her, but oh my god. Hello, Queen. It is a pleasure to meet you. I guess we have been summoned.
Approach.
Okay. And
I'm gonna kind of like hide behind Ari the whole time, like nervous.
I expect that Ari would expect that from you, so she'll stick her hands behind her back, like so that you can grab them and squeeze if you want.
Yeah.
Aw, that's cute.
Love it.
What can we do for you?
Well, I saw the four of you were in a little bit of a predicament, and I was in need of some help, so I figured I'd bring you here and save you the pain of all that, at least temporarily.
Really?
Oh, okay. Well, I don't like about that temporarily, but I mean, I could do you a favor, sure.
You know the way to favors, so that at least guarantees that you'll help out.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know me, which I don't think even my Fae brethren here would have heard of me, I am Queen Amelia, the Fae Queen of Time. We are in time. We are in the Feywild, but not in the Feywild at the same time right now. My realm sits in a pocket of the Fey realm, outside of time itself.
That makes sense.
I pulled you four here because I am in a bind and need some assistance. I can send you back to where I found you, if you would
That's
like.
okay. No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Okay. Then I can send you to other points of time, and you'll be whole again, but I am going to need some assistance to do so.
With what?
Forces are interfering with the timeline as we know it. I'm having trouble tracking them, and I'm not allowed to leave my domain. My soldiers that you saw out in the hall can only do so much and do not really have free thought. So I saw the four of you were in peril, and you seem like individuals who could be of assistance, who aren't tied directly to these events. There is also one more person, I think, but I'm having trouble tracking her down. So you might have one more friend joining you soon.
Okay, we love new friends.
Meh.
Okay, well, Dogfoot and I do anyway.
But we can talk more about what's going on, but before that, let me help you guys out. And she waves her hand, and all your injuries disappear.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Vold, for a second, thinks about complaining. He just bandages himself up. Now he doesn't need it. Stops himself and says thank you and starts undoing it.
No, as she waved her hand, the bandage disappeared. You're back in your clothes are completely repaired, and you're back to like your normal wear you were in before. You know, everything got shredded to pieces.
She rewound us, actually.
Yep, she totally rewound you. Sadly, what happened?
Well, that was impressive.
Yeah.
We are in my domain. Makes it a lot easier here. I don't really know if you wanted me to fix you fully there, Alice. It looks like you had a good time from what I saw, but
Yeah.
at least you have your energy back.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, but you said that you would owe us a favor if we did this for you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I can either send you back to where I found you, or you can help me out. As much fun as you were having, Alice, you weren't going to be having much fun much longer. Your heart was very close to giving out when I pulled you here.
Okay.
Only
Okay.
mortals aren't meant to handle sets with a wraith. just not in
Yeah.
Oh
there.
my god, that's what you were doing.
That's never a good idea.
That's dangerous.
I mean, she pulled some of her powers on me, and now that have a little bit of distance between us, yeah, I think this is a little bit of a better situation. no
Yeah,
matter
not dying
what.
is usually a better situation.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna like poke my head out from behind Ari and be like, "What exactly do you need?" And then like hide again.
She chuckles a little bit. Hello, little one. You don't need to be scared of me. All I need is for you guys.
He's just an owl, that's all.
You guys are free to stay here in between your jaunts through time that I'll be sending you on. There's rooms prepared. There's a library. There's areas to train if you need so. I do have internet access here. See gestures to Alice. Anything else you can need, I can pull here. But when there's an alert on my crystal of a disruption, I will be sending you guys in the timeline to try to stop these forces until we can figure out who is behind this and stop them permanently. And she waves her hand, and descending from like the center of a throne room is a giant white crystal. Think like one of the fucking Ultima crystals from Final Fantasy, but like pure white, just like floating in the center. And as she waves her hand, you just see different points of time, but they all have one thing in common. You see a tall, probably like 6'1.5" or 6.5 foot, 7 foot tall, because I have no idea how tall Dresden is. Man in a long trench coat with a staff. And you see him in different scenes fighting different types of creatures. You see him fighting vampires. You see him fighting other wizards. You see him fighting ghouls. All matter of supernatural creatures.
Dresden.
Harry!
Is that Harry Dresden?
That is Harry Dresden.
It's Harry! That's funny.
Don't know
Can I, like,
how
walk
much.
up and touch the crystal?
Yeah, you can touch the crystal. It doesn't do anything. Sure, especially Vold. Vold, he would just been on the scene when you were pulled. But
I
I'm
know
sure
who
you.
he is.
Yeah, I'm sure you heard of those storms that were going on not like a few months ago. And I know he was out and about when you got killed. You and the Fae obviously have definitely heard of him at least.
Oh, yeah.
And Alice, I believe you're acquainted with his former ex, Susan.
I am, yeah.
Let's just say Dresden stays involved in stuff for years to come. And it seems to be the center point for everything that happens in that damn city. Whoever is interfering in time is going back to events that he's been involved in and changing stuff that, if they're not corrected, will change the timeline enough to cause an apocalypse.
That would
doesn't
happen to
sound
Harry
good.
Dresden.
Yeah, if
Oh.
anyone's gonna.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. It could be very bad. So with my limited power, I can send you to these points. The crystal here will show us disruptions and scenes when I can send you in. And you'll be sent to a few waits before the disruption. So you guys will have time to plan, figure out what's going on in the area, and try to find out who and what is going on before the disruption happens.
Oh, okay.
Can't you just look further into the future, figure out who it is?
Whoever is doing this is blocking my sight somehow. I can see what the events are changed, and I can see the effects of those changes, but who is involved are somehow hiding themselves from me.
Okay,
No offense, but if you can heal us with a wave of a hand and they're blocking you, what chance do we stand?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Here's the thing. Right now, you're in my domain. My powers are unmatched in this domain, just like she gestures to the two of you, Faye. Just like the Earl King. You had no chance to resist him in the wild.
Right.
Our-
Right. Yeah, that wasn't fair.
The Queen and, I guess, King's powers in their realm are unmatched. What's
Okay.
going on is taking place in the mortal realm. My powers are greatly diminished there, and I can't really affect anything outside of my bubble. I'm restricted here because of my powers. Having the powers of time made both the mother of Summer and Winter Court lock me here a very long time ago. I'm no longer allowed to interfere in mortal affairs directly.
Yeah, that sounds like them.
Yeah, those old hads do not like me for some reason.
Does this mean we're going back to Chicago?
You are going back to Chicago.
Yay!
Oh, perfect.
You guys will be popping in and out of Chicago very frequently. And with that, if you guys pop into any times where you guys would still have been alive, the version of you that is there will disappear temporarily while you take their place. So no
makes sense.
worries about running into your past selves. This isn't that dumb wizard book that author that turf author wrote.
Could I request a time or two to make me disappear? Just there's a few places I would like to have never been. So if I'm there and my other self isn't, that would be helpful. Then just a thought.
Sure, we'll add it to once your guys' task is done. I can see about erasing some stuff for you. But
Let's work off you helping us not be dead first.
that's already taken care of. Your injuries are fine.
No, I mean,
The debt.
that is
yeah.
also fair. You do owe me a favor now, after all.
Wait, did you send them after us though?
Send what?
Do we owe you the favor, or did you make this happen?
You do owe me a favor. I did heal you. You are in my realm. So you do have to follow through now.
Yeah, but I want to know if you sent that monster after me.
Oh, no. That thing, I don't know what you did to attract that thing.
monster.
But it seems to have a thing for were creatures, so it might have just been attracted to you in general. And she waves a hand of the crystal, and you see this thing hunting down other were creatures. And the other three of you see what this beast looks like now. It has hunted down various were creatures over the last like 20, 30 years before it killed you, and has eaten them.
The little arms are the dangerous ones.
You do see.
Claws? Yeah, no kidding.
You do see every time it's killed a were creature, it's gotten bigger. At first, it was like Dogfoot size.
It was
seems
not
to
that.
grow.
That looks
That looks-
horrible.
Looks scary.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
Does
sense.
look scary.
Well, it
I
hurt.
I sense the power of the
No
outside
kidding.
on that thing, which means it's going to be very hard to kill. Would not recommend engaging that if you guys can avoid that.
Yeah, I'd like to not see it actually.
Yep.
Agreed.
Just be cautious once you're back in Chicago. I think it will be very upset that it did not get you, Vold, and will probably be tracking you. So I'll do what I can to mask you, but it won't be foolproof.
But
Especially
you're sending us to like different times, right?
she listen or she like pause a second. Especially because I'm sensing that your new companion is also a were creature as well.
Oh boy.
So that's not gonna
Another
help.
one.
Hey, quick question.
Yeah.
Vold, right? Vold?
Yep.
What year is it?
What year was it?
It was 2000 for you, Gus.
2000.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay.
What year was it for us?
It was
Wasn't too bad a year.
2002
Why is it
for us.
unfortunate? Oh.
Yeah. But here's the problem. See, it was 2002 for you. What about you, Alice? What
It
did you
was
do?
2004.
Okay. See, my problem
2004.
is if we keep like to that kind of timeline, that means it's going to be even bigger.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
it'll be
I
bigger
mean,
when it gets
if
to
it
my
gets bigger and
timeline.
bigger and bigger,
Oh.
when we get to
Yeah, it was
it's
pretty
gonna
big
be
when I
bigger.
fought it.
yeah, I don't like that. That doesn't sound fun. So let's just avoid it, okay?
Yeah. It'll give me time to plan.
Plan what?
Oh, it's gonna die. It's just a matter of when.
Okay. Well, I support you killing it. I'm sure you'll do an amazing job.
I'll be cheering.
Wow,
you
you're
safely from the
really good at
sidelines.
lying.
I don't know what you mean. Actually, we can't lie. So
Yeah.
That's true.
it's true. We can't lie. See, you can ask
Vold immediately looks at Alice. Are you any good at talking to people?
Yeah, sometimes.
Good.
Depends on who
Liar.
they are and how is that a lie? I'm so confused.
I think we're all being pretty honest here.
It's a pretty unique situation.
It sure is. Emira just chuckles a little
Yeah.
bit. But I'm sure you guys want some rest. I also have food. There's a kitchen area. There's your quarters are also. She like waves her hand and like lights start going off in different directions. Those will lead you around. There's some maps like around the place as well. But feel free to rest up. I mean, I would say it's late here, but time's not really a thing here. So as much time as you need to recuperate and get to know one another.
You said this is in the Feywild, but not in the Feywild?
It's my own little pocket bubble outside of time in the Feywild.
I was always told never to eat Fey food. So
It's delicious, though.
You have my thrice bound promise that the food will not bind you to this realm.
We have very tasty food.
Nice.
do I is there a way
Yeah.
to tell whether she's full of shit?
You're a monster hunter. You would know that a thrice bound promise from a Fey is like binding. They can't break that.
Okay. Thank you.
The Fey are the only ones that can. Fey and like gods are the only ones that can say a thrice bound promise and actually be held to it. Most supernatural follow that, and if they don't, it's like a very black mark. Like the Denarians don't usually follow that because they don't give a fuck. But everyone else typically tries to stay in line with that.
Gotcha.
They're very rude. We don't respect them.
It's like a pinky swear, Alice. Just so you know, I know you're not from here.
Yeah. No. I work for the Midwestern Arcane, so I know a few things about the supernatural.
Oh, do
so-
you? That's super cool.
Yeah.
Wait.
I
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Is there anything weird about me?
Do I see the Fae as they are?
Yep, you see them as they are right now.
There's
There's no blamers up.
I don't know what's weird. Oh, your wings? Yeah.
Oh my god! Humans usually can't see them. It's not even that I hide them. I mean, I can if I want to. I can make them like look like a tattoo or something. But I usually don't even bother, and they're just like, I don't know. They just don't. You're fun. I like you.
Tattoo. That's interesting. Do other people see your wings in different ways?
I don't know actually, but that's a cool question.
Huh.
Maybe you could find out.
I would love to. Okay, yeah, maybe I will.
Yeah, like Dogfoot sees them right. I don't know. What do they
Article
look like to
idea.
you, Vold?
Yeah, exactly. These 5 things about Faye will surprise you.
That's cool. You're an interesting human.
It's a BuzzFeed article.
Clickbait, yes.
Love it.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, I think I need to rest. Probably like clean up too. I am.
Okay, well, I'll
So-
be ready whenever you guys are ready. And if you want to talk to me, I'm always happy to talk.
It's true.
Yeah.
I believe you. I believe you.
Where are we sleeping?
Where's the food?
Yeah.
That too.
She waves her hand at the ground again. There's 5 lines. Follow the gold line, that'll lead you to the cafeteria. And then she like waves her hand and like a little bracelet appears on each of your hands, matching one of the other colors of the other 4 lines. If you just match your color up to the line on the floor on your bracelet there, that'll lead you to your room.
Green.
And your bracelet will also work as a key to let you in and out.
Nice.
Make it simple enough.
Okay.
Fancy.
If you need
Thank
anything,
you.
I will be here, observing the time crystal to see if anything happens. But you have to run in the place, so enjoy your stay.
As
To
we're
the
walking away,
cafeteria.
I think Alice says, "Huh, colored bracelets. Have you guys ever watched the Power Rangers?"
Yeah, actually I have. And I think if I was a Power Ranger, I'd be the pink one. But I'm actually green. See? Green? Green.
Yeah, Green Power Ranger. That's one of them. Yeah.
The green one was
Okay.
my favorite.
Really?
Green one was the coolest.
Yeah.
Vold has turned and is walking to the cafeteria.
Human stuff is so interesting.
Shout out to the Arcanines Power Rangers actual play on TIO that I've been on Mondays. But yeah, you guys head out to the cafeteria, and it's just like once you get there, there's like 3 very long tables that it's like a grand hall of a place, and at the end there's buffets with like every kind of food you could ever possibly think of, both Fae and human food.
I'm gonna start just piling things onto a plate. Like the pile's getting like as tall as me. And
No,
there's like
he's got the right idea.
Ari just like picks up the human food specifically. Just like, Fae food, I've had that for centuries. Whatever. Ooh, human food.
Vold's doing the exact opposite. He has the promise, so he's going all in.
This is your one and
Giant
only
plate of
chance.
Fae food.
Your one and only chance to eat Fae food without having to worry about it.
Alice is absolutely the same. And her reasoning is the same too.
Yeah,
I mean, actually, all of her reasoning is the same.
Yeah, all the Fae food's definitely unique, like textures and flavors you cannot even describe, but some of the best food you've ever tasted in your life.
Nice.
Yeah. Need the 4 of you to converse with one another.
So, hey, Vold, why were
Yeah.
you fighting that weird thing?
Well, it busted through the door and charged at me. So, I mean,
You were just trying to protect yourself, huh? Does that normally happen to you?
you can, yeah. I'm a monster hunter for the most part. So usually I know what I'm fighting. Didn't really know what that was. That was
Yeah.
new.
I've actually never seen one either.
The
Neither
queen
have I.
said it
You're
might
the
be
first monster hunter I've seen. That's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Helps if you don't have the food in your ears while you're eating. You just don't stick your whole head into the plate.
It's like a hot dog. I
What
like pull it out.
What
Yeah.
about you two? What were you up to? Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, we hang out on Earth a lot, which is the thing we're not really supposed to be doing. And our queen's kind of like called us back several times, but I go and I say hi, and then I go back to the human world because it's so interesting. And they got kind of mad, and then they asked for a favor from the hunt, and yeah, so that's what happened.
You two look pretty rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have much chance, to be honest with you.
It was small.
Yeah, we're small. We're not very powerful. What?
What?
Fae,
Why'd you laugh?
I mean,
not
like,
very
okay.
powerful.
I mean, like, you're judging us by human standards, which is really silly because humans are like, they're adorable and I love them and they're so creative and like just very, very special. But, not
Also
that
very
strong.
squishy.
Yeah, very squishy. We're not very powerful like by our standards, but like pretty much everyone's powerful by human standards. So,
Alice is just like eating her food.
Anyway, Alice, so you work for? Do you know about the paper? I mean, like, what do you? How do you know about it? I
Yeah,
don't think a lot of
actually,
humans read that.
No, I report for them.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, it's have you read do you read the paper much?
Like not a lot actually, because I kind of know stuff about like that stuff already, and human papers are more interesting to me. But I know some people who read it. No offense, but sometimes they like to laugh at it and be like, haha, that's wrong. But I'm sure that's none of your articles.
No, that's fine. Our articles aren't really for those people. It's I like to view it as a way to make sure the supernatural people get the information that they need to have.
Gotta
in
stay
Chicago.
informed.
You
Yeah.
did point me at a couple of targets a
Exactly.
couple of times.
Oh, lucky.
I'm glad. Good. Yeah. And honestly, like the hunters really keep the city itself safe. So that's I'm glad I could help.
Cool.
How come
Nice.
I've
You
never
should try
seen you
that.
write about my dolphin shows?
Yeah, you
Would you
should
like
write
me
about
to?
his dolphin shows.
Yes,
They're
I'm
really
ready for the
good.
interview.
I
going to
have
sit
to
down
go.
across from you.
Okay. How did you get into dolphin training?
It was an amazing experience. I went to the shed aquarium, and it's like a bunch of huge fish tanks in there,
Mhm.
and there was it's like a human but a fish, and it breathes out of a hole in its brain.
Yeah, they're so
Mhm.
smart.
Amazing. Yes.
Why
super smart.
dolphins specifically? What drew you to them?
I don't know.
Was it their look? Was it their voice? Their
I think it was their sense of fashion.
oh. What sorts of fashions? I'm not
Beach
I haven't
ball-esque.
kept abreast.
Nothing. I suppose it's
Naked.
most animals.
You got it the
So-
dolphins because you like the way they look naked.
So Dogfoot, are you would you call yourself an animal person?
I guess so. Maybe.
Does that come from your Fae background?
Of course. It does. I don't like to talk about my Fae background. It's sad.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. I will say if you ever want to talk about it on the record, we could make it a sort of an emotional piece. Talk about your life coming from which court are you from?
The winter.
The Winter Court. Yes, we could expose them for whatever it is that you were running from.
I like the idea of being famous, but they're pretty mad at me already.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah. I died by getting a bunch of vampires mad at me, so
Oh, what?
can
That sounds
relate.
like an interesting story. What happened there?
Yeah, I was gonna do a story about the White Court, but my informant, I think he got. And whoever took care of that also went and took care of me, unfortunately. So
That's very brave of you.
So the title of your next article is "The Night I Died to a Vampire."
absolutely.
Ah, a dog just appeared.
That's his wear form peeking out a little bit.
Yeah.
Ask him it's a wear form. Yeah, there you go.
So cute.
Yeah, whenever you go where, you just gotta hold the dog in front of you, Gus.
Oh boy.
But
Hello.
you said you died, but he had a hole in his whole body, and we weren't in too good a shape. Why? You
Oh,
look
I got
fine.
fucked to death.
Okay. Okay, that
Fun.
I mean,
except for the dying
there's a
part.
way to go.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's
yeah.
more fun than getting choked out by some thorny vines. So I guess you win this round.
But like the destination is the same, right? So does anyone win?
Yeah, I think there was still choking involved. Either way.
Teach their own. You don't want to kink shame.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I will say it was a memorable experience.
Sounds like it.
So you two are Faye. You ever heard of this before?
Great
This
question.
place.
What of this place?
Give me intellect rolls, you two.
Ah, yes, my famously high intellect. I rolled 4 4s, which means 0. So 1 is going to be my answer there.
Got a -1. What place? What are you talking about?
You've never heard of Queen Amera before in your life.
To be honest with you, no. But I mean, I'm a couple centuries old, but by face standards, that's actually not much. It probably happened like really, really, really long time ago. Like a really, really, really long time ago. Like your ancestors probably were not born yet. You know what? Humans might not have been human at that point. So, sorry. I got nothing for you.
You're still fish swimming in the ocean.
Like a dolphin.
Soon to return.
Yeah, this is wild.
2-4, keep talking.
It
Okay.
kind of helps. It kind of helps me though, thinking about it like we're like we are Power Rangers, and the Queen is our Zordon.
Okay.
No.
Who's no?
Zordon?
Who's Alpha?
Well,
You
not
are.
because I'm green. Okay. Well, here the really important question is, from what I understand of the Power Rangers, I didn't see a ton of it. Again, just like, what color are you then? I mean, I know you have a bracelet for like the thing, but that's not the same thing. Unless you want to say that's your color, then that's fine.
I'm kind of partial to blue, and Alice like raises her her wristlet, and it's the blue one.
So you're like the smart one, right?
Was that the blue one? I suppose.
I don't
I-
know. Like, there's a bunch of different ones apparently. So maybe it just depends on which version you're watching.
Yeah, I think they tried to put every color of the rainbow on there, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Not
Okay,
by this
so I'm
time
green.
age.
I'm green and you're blue.
Yeah.
Dogfoot? Where you going with?
I'm gonna look at my black bracelet. The black one.
The black one? Okay. What about you, Vold?
I'm the monster.
I don't think so.
Nice.
I don't think that's right. You have to pick a color.
No.
Vold's bracelet is a hot pink.
Okay, you're pink.
I
That's
guess you're
it.
pink then. Yeah.
You didn't want to pick, so we'll go with the color that. What did you say was the name? Vordon? We'll go with that. That's what Vordon gave you.
God.
Sure.
Pink looks good on you.
Should we get
I can
outfits
tell.
to
Do you
match?
two have like this is an interesting group of people to be dealing? Do you have skills other than this?
Do I have skills? I can fly.
Okay.
And I can hide, and I'm gonna go like, I imagine there's like cabinets under where the food is served, and I'm just gonna go in there and shut myself in.
Oh,
Yeah,
and I can
maybe.
do this.
Well, it's
And,
just thinking to himself, why?
I can do this, and then I'll pass my hand over Alice, and it'll change her appearance.
Ooh.
You can decide in which way Alice looks different.
What if she looks like a child?
Just looks like a child form of yourself.
Yeah.
That could be useful.
I can do that.
Okay.
Alice, you should look
Meh.
down and look at your reflection. Cool, right?
Whoa, that's wild. That's really cool.
Did you actually DH her, or
No,
is
no,
this
no. It's just that's just how it looks.
okay? Well, I mean, they were
Glamour.
kind of reversed earlier, so
I can also do this. I think you're so amazing and wonderful, and it sounds like you're really strong. And it just like makes your self-confidence kind of boost. And you're just like wonderful, and clearly you will be able to beat the crap out of that monster that you met earlier, because you'll be ready for him and you'll know how to do it. And with us at your side, you'll definitely take care of him, just like squish him like a bug.
I
I
like
don't
you.
know why,
Ari.
but I believe you.
You remind me of my therapist.
Oh, okay. I think that's a good thing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Dogwood's
What about you,
also really, really
little one?
good at like slipping out of a dolphin tank. Very impressive.
I'll like
Gosh,
open up the
these
cabinet and be
shows.
like, yeah, I am really good at it, and shut it again.
And I guess I'm good at I don't remember. Do you guys have Wikipedia?
I don't know what that is.
I heard it's a
basically-
really good source for like academic stuff.
It is
Like everyone's using it.
It's basically like what if encyclopedias were on the internet?
I looked it up. Wikipedia is from 2001.
Nice.
Nice.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, Vold has no idea.
I'm not actually on the internet a lot. I don't really use it.
Wow, lucky.
Well, there's just so many people around that I can just like observe. So I don't really need it for anything.
This is going to be interesting.
Where'd they go?
Yeah, I do think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a great time.
This is how I was planning on spending my time, but
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you ran
better
out
than
of time,
dead,
it sounds like. So
yeah.
Better
I'm
than
not complaining.
dead.
It's better than dead.
yeah,
Period.
definitely.
I assume.
As you guys are chatting, all the lights on the floors start flashing red.
Oh,
And
what does
there's
that
like
mean?
there's like a clock alarm goes off, like the very basic clock alarm sound on your phone before you set your ringtone. That goes off throughout the halls, and you hear Amara's voice, like kind of like echo throughout. Can the four of you return to my chambers? There's a disturbance.
Oh no.
So
I think
much
that's
for
us.
sleep.
The time.
Power Rangers out.
Let's
Whee!
go.
We'll just
Just
gets up and
turning into
follows.
Power Rangers.
We'll just gets up and follows.
Ari like glamors herself so she looks like a Power Ranger suit.
Nice.
God. I just
I'm
played
gonna-
Power Rangers last night. Apparently, I'm playing it again.
I'm gonna say that being in the cabinet, I didn't hear or see the lights, but I noticed that it got like a lot quieter. And then I'll open the cabinet and see that everyone's gone.
Yeah, you see,
Walking
you see,
away, and
you
I'm
see,
like-
the, you see the kitchen doors close as like as they're leaving the kitchen, as they're leaving the cafeteria.
Wait up!
Oops. Sorry, Dogfoot. I got excited.
But yeah, you guys get back to the throne room, and you're looking at the crystal. It's kind of like there's like 17 faces on the crystal of different like events that Dresden's been involved in, and the second one from the top is flashing a deep purple, and you see like images of Harry fighting like different types of lycanthropes. You see Gus, you see some of the street wolf gang that you were talking to in there.
Yeah.
And talking to Harry, and you see a familiar warehouse Vold as well. Thanks for joining me. Got our first disturbance. It looks like October of 2000. Vold, this is literally the time you just left.
Feel like that's a little dangerous.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. I'm hoping it's a coincidence, but yeah, we're going to send you back to the time you just came from Vold. It appears the disturbance was the same day that you were killed, though, so we will be sending you 2 weeks back from there, the four of you.
Okay. Do you know anything about where the thing that attacked me came from, so we can avoid?
It looks like it looks like it had just entered the city limits that day. So you do have time to prepare if it makes its way back there.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Maybe
And we'll be
you
with you
could
this
set
time.
up a trap.
Yeah.
Ooh, traps.
Possibility.
You know it's coming.
And Alice is really, really smart, so Alice could help you figure out like how to set stuff up, right, Alice?
Ooh, we can research some traps.
Right.
Traps that can capture an outside thing, huh?
So the biggest thing here in this time, Dresden was looking for a werewolf-like creature that was killing gentleman John Marcone's mafia people and trying to target Marcone himself. Dresden was able to track him down, save Marcone, save himself, save Sergeant Karen Murphy, his close friend in the police force who handles supernatural stuff. And the three of them escaped unscathed and everything went well. The disturbance seems to, whoever's involved with this disturbance has killed Karen Murphy and John Marcone. Neither one of them can die. They are very important figures in Dresden's life and have a large part to play going forward. So I'm going to send you 2 weeks before this event. You need to figure out whoever is hunting the two of them down and make sure that they don't lay hands on either one of them.
Is it possible that it is the monster?
It could be. I honestly don't know what the hell that thing is associated with. I can just tell that it has part of the outsiders inside of it. And that realm scares even us queens. There's some strong forces on that end. But they are reduced on our side, so you at least know of its capabilities now. Hopefully that'll be enough.
What kind of resources are we going to have when we get there? Are you just dropping us in the street?
She pulls out a black card, and then smooths her hand, and 4 of them appear in her hand. You will have funds.
Grab it and go to eat it.
No, you know what a credit card is, Dogfoot. It's just a black American Express card. And as you each grab one, your name appears on it.
Upgrade.
You guys will have pretty good resources. Obviously, don't buy anything that will bring suspicion upon you. If you guys all show back up at your time and start buying very expensive stuff, people will probably look into you. But this should cover your base expenses while you guys are doing everything. There's no limit on these cards. So just
okay.
Try to.
There's no backlash if we use too much money. Just if we cause suspicion.
Probably just if you cause suspicion. I mean, if you go and use it to buy a bunch of military grade equipment or buy a bunch of high end stuff, it might get a look at. But if you guys buy within your means and just get what you need to help track this down, it should be okay. I just wouldn't go too outrageous with it too soon. But probably the biggest thing.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm going to send you guys back to your past selves. Any final questions before I send you there?
What?
I wasn't on Earth at the time, and I don't know if Dogfoot was, but where do we live? I guess
Wherever you pay for the thing in your hand.
Oh, great! Right.
So when did the two of you enter the mortal realm then? If you guys disappeared to O2, O2 is when you were killed. So
Ari was definitely flipping back and forth between the two worlds for many years, and then finally absconded away from the summer court solidly in October. I'm gonna say she came through during Halloween.
Okay. So
in 2000. So it was
so you had fully
that's right before she appeared.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say that I had never left the winter court and until maybe shortly after the events that Vold went through. That's when I got there.
Yeah, so after the events the second, but so probably around the same time as Ari, around the end of October. Those events happened leading up to Halloween, but not before Halloween hit. So
yeah,
okay.
It was my first time there, and I never went back.
I can. You guys have funds. You will appear in the mortal room. I'm not going to send you back where you were if you were in the Fae. Just the two of you in the Fae will disappear a little earlier than planned. But you guys will appear. All of you appear somewhere downtown Chicago. Your cards should cover hotel costs for you.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, no problems. Alice, you're obviously a little under-equipped for some of the aspects of your guys' task. There might be a gift waiting for you at your apartment when you awake.
Ooh.
Use it with care.
Thank you.
But she waves her hand and a glow-in purple portal opens up. shaped like a deer.
Do you want them alive or dead?
If you can find out any information they have, I doubt it. Their boss themselves or whoever these people out there is out and about. Feel free to kill them, but find out what information you can.
All right.
I'll see you guys soon. I'll have
Okay.
your other ally contact you as soon as they're in the area as well. But I'll bring them up to speed before I send them there.
Some way to recognize that they are who they are.
Yeah, once they appear in the timeline with you, you'll all get an image of your head of what they look like, and vice versa, so you guys can identify her.
Gotcha.
Good luck.
Okay.
You will be able to contact me limited. If you call my name 3 times, but you can only use it once a week because it is very hard to reach into the portal realm for me. So
how are we gonna come back after?
once the disturbance is gone, I will be able to reach and pull you back to the realm.
Oh, okay. Easy enough.
Good luck. Be safe.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll try.
And as the 4 of you head through the portal, that is where you're going to end tonight's session.
Yay!
Yay.
Yeah.
I have plans for this card.
We're live.
Yeah, I know giving black cards to parties probably not the smartest thing to do as a GM, but I'll live with the consequences.
Shopping montage.
We're
Second.
going to Macy's.
That's completely fair. But I hope you guys enjoyed the premiere episode. Before we go, we'll let me shout out our sponsors first, and then we'll go into you guys can shout out anything you want to shout out. So first, we have Session Zero Clothing. Make a lot of different D&D inspired streetwear. If you use order at checkout, you get 15% off on all orders. Let me also take this background music off now. Also, Norse Foundry. They are artisan dice makers, and they make a lot of cool dice that you can buy for all your tabletop needs. If you use TIO15 at checkout, you get 15% off. There is Mithril Armory. They make amazing 1020s and sketch dice that you can use. If you use the code INITIATIVE, you get 10% off their web store. And then 2 of our very own first. Our very own Terran over at Umbral Oculus Dice makes handmade custom dice that are just amazing. If you use the code INITIATIVE, you get 10% off a full set of dice in her store. And last but not least, my buddy Will, the one who runs my Power Rangers game on the second and fourth Monday on TIO, over at Art Light Court, he has fantastic clothing designs and stuff that he has on his store. If you use the code TIO15 at checkout, you get 15% off your purchase there. But that is it for our sponsors. Let's go around. Say who you are, plug any of your socials, and if you have anything you guys want to plug, feel free as well. Alex, you can go first.
Again, first, Bree. It's Bree's fault. I am Alex, and you can find me at Alex is my name 734 on all the socials. And I have nothing to plug, so just follow these more amazing creative individuals, not me.
You can't say more amazing or I will fight you.
Good.
Or amazing.
You did?
Fight me.
I feel like chat also has to try and convince you to wear those horns to work tomorrow.
Yeah, totally. Gotta do that.
Do it. Do it.
Just wear a hat.
Gus, you can go next.
I'm Gus. I exist on the internet. On Sunday nights, I play a game on Pluto's channel where we currently, my android space smuggler character thinks they're Uncle Sam, and another character is addicted to lasagna and Garfield, and another one has something to do with some guy in Miami and his cigars. So yeah, that's a game that's happening.
Yep, those were words that you said that made total sense to everybody.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
that sounded like a Mad Lib.
Yeah, we'll see.
That is a world that came out of Pluto's head.
You know what? There's a lot
Nice.
of fucked up stuff up there. It just comes out.
I feel you, same.
Okay, but Keith.
Hi, I'm Keith. You can find me on Twitter at Keith Asada. You can also pick up my single player journaling game called The Wandering Lake over on itch.io. In it, you play as the keeper of 4 lakes, and one day you wake up and one of them is missing. Also, look out for my next game called The Boundless Library, being published via the Far Horizons co-op. In it, it's a competitive map drawing game. So if you've ever wanted to trap your friends in infinite corridors of a massive library, then this might be a game for you. And go watch me stream over on Total Party Chill, another channel here on Twitch. Oh, also I'm on Void's channel,
Every Monday.
which I'm on Total Party Chill every Monday, and then on Void's channel on Thursdays.
I'm Void. You can find me at VoidCat Gaming. I've been Ari today. And you can find me on Thursday on my channel at VoidCat Gaming for the season finale of the Star Trek game, which Keith is in. We may have an extra bonus episode March 30th, but if you're free Thursday, come see me Thursday. And then every week that we're not here, you can find me Friday over at The Lawful Geek, where I play Samuel, who is, as opposed to most of my chaotic characters, a very like proper and rule-oriented and like stoic kind of guy. Most of the time. Right now they're in a Monster Hearts world, and he's impersonating his alternate self, who is a bitchy vampire. So
Yeah,
you know.
I already didn't believe that, and then you said Monster Hearts, and I know you're full of shit now. So
listen. Samuel is usual. It's a Scion game where they're jumping between worlds, and they have to they land into their alternate selves from different systems, and they have to like impersonate them. So right now he's impersonating a teenage vampire version of him, and it's not going well.
That sounds awesome.
That does sound
It's
awesome.
really fun. So
Okay.
yeah, that's what I got going on.
Awesome. And I am Pluto, a non-binary bisexual streamer. When I'm not here on TIO for this, on Rotating Tuesdays over on Open Circuit Studios around the same time, 10 p.m. Eastern, I am running a dark dystopian superhero game using the Fate core system called Origin City Suits in the Dark. First episode happened, and they fought not Solomon Grundy, and that went very well with half the party there. So we'll see what hijinks they get into. On Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern on Spotify, Amazon Music, Podbean, and YouTube, me and the wife have a podcast called The Gainer Gossip, where we talk about all things acting, TikTok, and tabletop. So tune into that. Some of our TIO friends have been on there. I believe we're recording an episode of Alex this week, which will air in like a month and a half. So that'll be fun.
So nervous.
You'll be fine. I'm going to ask you all the hardest
You'll be
questions I can
fantastic.
think of.
Oh, that's rude.
And then
I'm just gonna pretend there's a bad connection. What? Say it again.
As Gus mentioned, Sunday we have the Starfinder actual play A Weird Frontier at 9 p.m. Eastern every week. And then on the second and fourth Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern, I am here on Initiative Order playing Frankie Oliver, the Green Centaur Arcanite Ranger. So definitely tune in for that, because that is a blast.
He's
so
a
far.
centaur too.
His familiar is a stag, his sword is a centaur. So it's kind of a mix.
Wow.
Yeah. But with that is everything. Kai will be with us next episode, so can't wait to see their character, introduce them to you. But until then, we will see you guys next time. Have a good night.
Later, people.